Aloha today. She's 2.5 and broke to ride, and we're just showing her doing some parking out.
Hey, you've trained her just about everything on the planet.
Yeah.
She lies down, parks out, starting to jump a little. Wow.
Girl.
And a lot of people, there's some big debate about how bad this is for horses. If you're not doing it very much, and even if you're mounting them, if you're not putting a whole bunch of weight on them, we think it's okay.
Girl.
Yes, she is. She is not out of our stallion, though.
No.
She is 2.5, and she's distantly related to him, but
yeah, they share Flash's dream maker.
Yeah, she's a curly.
She's homozygous Tobiana, so we hope to make some nice babies out of her.
Mm-hmm. And she's one of the rarest horses on the planet. I bet. Do you remember your statistics?
I do. So it's estimated that only 0.025% of the world's horses are curlies.
Is it 0.025 or 0.25?
I think it was 0.025.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Out of all the horses in the world, curly, and that includes non-gated curlies. So then, out of that number, that small number of horses, only 10% of those are also gated.
Wow.
And within the Missouri Foxtrotter Registry, there's approximately 90 to 100 registered curlies that are Missouri Foxtrotters. And then that statistic doesn't even include how rare it is to have her be a gated curly that's also homozygous Tobiano and tall. She's out of a 16-hand mare, and she's 15-1 now and getting pretty big, and she should mature close to 16 hands. You know, a lot of the gated curlies and curlies in general tend to be solid colors.
Yeah.
And she's not only a paint, but she's homozygous for Tobiano. So
and she's a reserve world champion in the spotted saddle horse breed.
From last year.
Colton Hand.
She's a pretty rare girl, and on top of all that, she's broke to ride. She parks out, she lays down.
So she is probably the rarest horse on the planet. I would venture to guess. She could just grow wings.
Yep. So we love our girl.
Yeah, we do. Which she's not. We have her priced very, very high, so we're not. We don't really want to sell her. If you want, if you have to ask, you can't afford to buy her kind of horse. So, but we were going to show. What are we showing today? Oh, the parking out. That's right. And then we were going to try. We've been trying this with some of the horses because, some of the biggest, one of the easiest times to get injured on a horse is mounting and dismounting. And a lot of times, I don't know if y'all have ever experienced this, if you forget to tighten your girth, which most riders have learned to double check their girth before they get on a couple times. Once that happens to you, that your saddle slips. But if it comes half on and half off, the horse can freak out. Or if it gets underneath them. So what we're going to do with all of our horses that we think will tolerate it is we're going to do some of that. So that if that ever does happen, when somebody's mounting or dismounting, the horse won't freak out and it won't be a big to-do and they can just get off and try it again. So we just did that with our 7-month-old and he did wonderfully with it for his first time saddling. But I had a friend that ended up in the hospital for that reason. So the more stuff you can do to your horse and with your horse that's a little weird, that a lot of people probably won't do with them, the better. The more things they'll be desensitized to. We shoot guns around them. We walk them over tarps, put tarps all around them. Bring them in the house when they're a little bit smaller. Everything we can think of to expose them to as many things as possible is a good thing. And it's more time that you're spending with them, bonding with them too. So what we do with this is we just put this real light Cordura saddle on. This is a pony saddle. And then we make the girth pretty loose. And then what we're gonna try and do, the idea is to just let them know that if the saddle slips off to the side or under their stomach, which a lot of horses will take off bucking when that happens, it feels weird to them, that it's okay. And that way they're just a safer horse. Do you have anything to add to that, Katie? She's not too thrilled about it. But it's good for them. It feels weird. It's okay. People blanket their horses. The blankets sometimes slip off. That's okay. Good girl. Yeah, as long as they're being good, just stop and pet them. It's all relaxing. It's good. It may feel weird, but that's okay. And now if this ever happens with a rider, God forbid, or anything else, your horse should be okay with it. Be sure and use a saddle you're willing to lose. A lot of them have a much worse reaction than this, so... She's getting used to it now.
You think?
I hit the wrong button on my phone. Apparently, if you hit your volume button, it stops your video. So, but she didn't do anything. She's gotten accustomed to it now. The saddle's all the way underneath her, and it's not a big deal. That's so cool. At first, she was trying to step over it.
What a good girl.
Yeah, she is. Now she's like, okay, that's just a thing.
Just another thing, another
Weird thing.
crazy thing in a regular day.
Probably don't do it with a real heavy saddle, though, just because the leather's going to
Yeah.
pinch them more. This is a neoprene pony, very light saddle, so.
Girl.
Cool. Then do you just undo the girth, or you pull it all the way back up again? Pull it back up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you could probably do it either way.
Yeah. Better chance to step on it if it flops down underneath them. But that's cool. Way to go.